and sit down.
Hey everybody, welcome to the KF Podcast, YouTube edition, The Rise of Skywalker movie predictions. I wanted to say thank you for listening. If you just stumbled across us here on YouTube, check us out at kfpodcast.com, the KF Podcast on all your social media sites, and look for us on all your podcasting apps, iTunes, Stitcher, all that stuff at the KF Podcast, where we do our pop culture week in review every Friday, and we have a new wrestling show that we do every Friday. And today is me, Don, Brock, Justin.
Hello.
And we're doing what?
We're going to watch this trailer.
We're going to watch this trailer.
And make some bold predictions.
And then make some bold predictions about Star Wars.
Bold, right? Justin.
Because this was the big news. This came out. A lot of people are very excited for this trailer.
We got our tickets.
I love that it gets nerds to watch Monday Night Football. A pretty shit game on Monday Night Football, but they watch it just for this trailer. The amount of people I saw posting going, "When are they showing this trailer?"
Do you think the NFL purposely was like, Disney, is there anything you can drop during this game to get some viewership?
Well, Monday Night Football is on a Disney-owned network.
It's on ESPN. So that's Disney. That's Disney's baby. So yeah, that's why they got the trailer and no one else got it. You ain't gonna see that shit on like CBS or any of that stuff.
NBC got Doolittle though.
Yeah, they got Doolittle.
It's a Universal picture.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why they drop it on there. And it's funny to me the people that still watch it. I'm like, it'll be on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'll just wait till I see everybody talking about it.
As soon as it aired on TV, I'm sure it was immediately on YouTube.
I completely forgot it was on the Monday night game, so I just waited until I saw a Facebook post that was like, new Star Wars trailer.
And there you go.
Yep.
Okay. So other people watch Tom Brady spank the Jets. So here you go. We'll just watch it here. Want the sound off so it doesn't sound annoying.
My coughing is going to sound annoying for everybody.
Yeah, the coughing will be annoying. What planet do you think this is supposed to be?
Endor.
Endor?
It's either Endor or that other jungle planet.
Kashyyyk?
No, they revealed the name of it a couple weeks ago.
She's jumping and running and jumping.
This is the Death Star, so that could be on Endor.
Okay.
It could be.
A piece of it, the Death Star, at least.
Yeah, the second Death Star.
Right. The incomplete one.
Yeah.
This is another secret rebel base somewhere.
Yeah. Ship. Is that crashing?
I think it's taking off.
Water planet.
I think
this is the Death Star again. So this is.
You think that's part of the Death Star?
Yeah. So this is part of wherever, part of Endor.
All right.
Has to be, I guess.
That's like an ice planet, isn't it?
That is. It's like a giant asteroid just made of ice.
That's kind of cool.
There's Darth Vader's throne.
Yeah.
Is that Vader's throne?
I think so.
That scene's cool.
The ghost is in that.
Yeah, the ghost is in that from Rebels, I think, on the right of that.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. Nice little sword fight action.
I'm pretty sure the ghost showed up in Rogue One.
It did.
Did it?
Also.
And then they mentioned...
That new
little droid.
And then it's C-3PO's talking about just wanting to see his friends one last time.
And then it gets very emotional with the music and playing the theme song slow is how you make people sad.
Yep, it's
true. Whatever theme song you have, play it real slow and drown it out, and a lot of hugging and
hugging with Leia because we know this is it.
Very nostalgic with all this too. I think they got everybody tickled with this trailer with look, you got Lando in it. You see all this. What was that? A Y-wing right there.
Yeah.
Who's on all these horses?
Well, and they're horses with tusks.
Are they in outer space or? Well, I don't know what Kylo and her are doing there, kind of destroying us. Those Death Stars look cool. Not Death Stars. Star Destroyers look cool.
Yeah.
And then
there's Palpatine. That thing's moving.
It's definitely moving. Yeah, it's definitely moving. And then, and
Luke and Leia say their little line there at the end.
Yeah. So, I don't know. My original thoughts on this is I liked the trailer.
Me too.
I thought it was the best trailer they've done so far. The nostalgic feel gets me.
Yeah.
Like my kids are so anti Disney Star Wars because of the last movie, and I was like, I'm not going to be that guy just because I didn't like What was the last one? The Last Jedi. Like, I mean, like this one has a good feel to it. And they're like, well, they're just trying to sucker you in with that. I'm like, well, it's working. I like that. I like seeing the Millennium Falcon with a bunch of ships behind it. This is what I wanted from the last movie.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think they've learned from the negative feedback that The Last Jedi got.
Well, it's JJ this time around.
Yeah.
Also.
Right. So I think that they're in complete damage control mode now.
Total damage control mode.
It's going to be a feel-good story. Good is probably going to triumph in the end.
I hope that they don't go. I'm still adamant. I do not want a Ben Solo redemption arc.
He's definitely turning face.
You don't want him to be good.
I don't want a redemption arc.
He's in a face turn.
I kind of agree with you. I mean, he killed his dad in cold blood.
It was all part of his master plan.
I'd be fine if he just gets killed.
Yeah.
She kills him, and that's enough with him, you know.
He is kind of a goofy character.
He is goofy. I don't know. He's goofy. He's a whiny baby.
As long as Matt from maintenance lives, I don't care if Kylo
He's just kind of... I don't know,
he will be okay.
He's very babyish to me. You know?
And I think that's part of it. Like, because I thought he was hilarious in Force Awakens. Every time something would go wrong, he would just destroy some equipment or something.
that was great.
But they never played up on any of that in The Last Jedi.
No, he just laid around in towels and had weird
shirt off
psychic
oddly
conversations.
proportioned muscles.
He's
a strange looking guy.
It's just very strange. I mean, the second one was just such shit. I don't want to get into it. It was just such crap.
See, I'm trying to think, though, because I never got to see, like, Empire Strikes Back independently of the other movies.
Yeah.
So I wonder, like, because I was younger, like, I only saw them in, like, the 90s or whatever.
Right.
I wonder if I would have seen, like, A New Hope and then The Empire Strikes Back, if I would have been like, oh, that was stupid. It's such a downer and all that stuff, not knowing the rest of the story. I kind of feel like that's what we're getting with The Last Jedi.
It's not just it was such a downer. It's just that nothing happened.
Right. It also took place over like 2 hours.
Yeah. When you watch Empire, like you have the ice battle, which is awesome. You have the AT-ATs, and you have... That's what I want. I'm watching a movie because I want to see vehicles and ships and battles. It's supposed to be that kind of movie.
A slow speed chase.
And that was cool. And then it was like, all the stuff in Cloud City and Jabba and the bounty hunt. They do enough where it's like...
Yeah.
It's still compelling. And then, it's like they lose, but it's the hope of like, how are they going to get out of this kind of thing.
It's like Infinity War.
Yeah, how are they going to get back?
Yeah.
This Last Jedi was just a slow chase scene. They're going a little bit too fast or above our guns. We'll just trail them for an hour. Like, what the hell is going on here? Yeah. Nothing happened in that movie.
No.
Nothing happened in that movie.
No, it was bad.
I mean, Leia gets blown up and flies out, and you're like, oh, well, goodbye, Leia. Then she just goes like Super Saiyan and flies up to the ship.
All of a sudden, she's a Force user.
Yeah, so weird. I mean, everything was weird about it. It was just a shit movie. Things just didn't make sense. Their big action scene in space was like dropping bombs where there's no gravity.
And the whole casino planet was stupid.
Casino planet. Well, the bombs are magnetic. As soon as you drop them, they'd stick right to the friggin' ship. Doesn't make any sense.
But the only thing that happened on the casino planet was they met that kid that had force sensitivity.
Yeah.
So they might go somewhere with him later.
Maybe. It's just a bad movie.
It is.
Because diehard Star Wars fans I've seen people tell me, if you don't get it, then you just don't understand.
Yeah, I've heard that from a lot of people.
Well, I'm an idiot then. So.
Yeah.
I'll happily sign the idiot card.
We just went off on it. Did a Last Jedi again, even though we're talking about this movie. So I think this is a redemption. I agree with you. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to fix the Rey lineage and make her somebody important. I don't know if she's going to be a Skywalker, but she's going to be somehow tied in or something.
I think I'm leaning towards the clone theory now.
Yeah,
she's a clone of
Palpatine.
How would you be a clone of Palpatine? She looks now that she's.
It's part of the extended canon it's not canon, it's part of the extended universe. He created a shit ton of clones of himself. They didn't always look like him, but I think she's going to end up being one of his clones.
I'm still a believer that the Rise of Skywalker is that she's a Skywalker. Luke was lying to her. That they're going to fix
Skywalker.
JJ ain't going to let me down. He ain't going to let me down.
There are that was the Last Jedi. This is the Rise of the Skywalkers.
Which is like the new
Jedi Order. They're going to be called Skywalkers.
Oh, you really think that's what it's going to be?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's where they're going to go moving forward.
They're going to be kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
Because Luke was like always flirting with the dark side. Rey's already done that.
So you're allowed to like have love,
Yeah.
and have feelings and emotions, but still be a good guy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And they'll call it, instead of Jedis or Skywalker.
Because if you look back through the history, other than Yoda, which we don't have any backstory on him really,
No.
all of the other real powerful Jedis had some sort of connection at some point in their history. It just, they were able to step away from it, where Luke maybe wasn't able to. Obviously, Anakin couldn't. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, Obi-Wan had his thing with the queen of the... Was it Mandalorians? Yeah. Qui-Gon, you find out later, I think in one of the comics, so it's actually canon. I think Qui-Gon had some kind of a relationship.
Okay. So you see that's where they're going, that Rise of Sky... Is it Rise of Skywalker or Walker? So it says what?
It's
Skywalker.
just Skywalker, the Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
But I think that's what it's...
And then Rey is a clone, and then she's like, maybe becomes the leader of this group.
Because if you think about it, the third movie of every trilogy, well, the first two at least, you had the Revenge of the Sith, so that was their uprising. Then you had the Return of the Jedi, which was their uprising.
Yeah.
So then the Rise of Skywalker would follow the trend, and it could be the Skywalkers coming into
power. So Leia, they'll probably kill her off somehow in this.
They have to, I think.
Or just put her that she goes away and something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with the Force power she exhibited in Last Jedi, she could just do the whole Force disappear thing.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So I think it's smart bringing Lando back.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
you should
you
have done
need
it
an
in the
old guy.
second one. Lando
Yeah.
should have been on that casino planet. They already screwed that up.
Lando and Han and Luke and Han needed a reunion before they killed off Han.
Yeah, they needed a reunion. Yeah.
Yeah.
They dropped the ball on that one. But, yeah, and I think they're going to give you, like, I think it's cool. You're going to get Easter eggs like that. Looks like the Ghost. Maybe they'll explain where that comes from, who's piloting that.
Uh-huh.
You know, I think you'll see a lot of Easter egg type stuff like that.
Yeah.
How are they on the Death Star, though? Did it crash on the Endor?
Well, when they blew it up, it was kind of
I mean,
an
when it
orbit.
blew up, it looked like it blew up and there was nothing left.
Yeah, but you know...
Pieces had to go somewhere, I
Yeah,
guess.
exactly. It didn't just vaporize.
Yeah.
And since it was in orbit around Endor at the time, eventually, if they're
Some
actually
fragments
trying
there.
to bring in some pseudoscience into
Yeah.
it, the pieces would have crashed to the planet.
Okay.
So,
Which probably caused all kinds of calamity there, which is probably why there's that whole water area that's always like all waves and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure that...
I saw some pieces where people were saying, the people riding, people were saying the one person out in the front was Ahsoka. And I'm like, is that, or are you just hoping that is? Yeah, you know, because it had like the head dress. A lot of that race has that.
It could be that just that
That
race,
species, yeah.
or species, whatever.
Yeah.
But it may not be Ahsoka. But I did hear a rumor that Ahsoka may show up in The Mandalorian.
I heard that too.
Because Dave Filoni is like Ahsoka is his favorite character.
Okay. So how do we think Palpatine is back? He cloned himself? Dropped his mind into a clone body?
It's either going to be it's either going to be clone body thing, or
How's his mind get there and his essence and his powers and all that?
Force.
Yeah. Because cloning's already been established in this universe.
Yeah.
So that's an easy way out with that.
Okay.
And they also
So if
did
you
that.
clone a Jedi, or a Sith, would you still retain all the power and have two Sith?
It did in the extended universe.
Because you can clone the midichlorian thing and all that. Are they still going with the midichlorian thing?
I mean, it's canon. They probably will never ever bring it up again, but
'cause
technically
they
it
didn't
is
like it.
canon.
Alright. Well, I mean, he's a good villain, so
Yeah.
if Snoke didn't mean anything.
Yeah, and that's and that's what JJ said. He's like, I want this to be the end of all 9 movies, not the end of this last 3. He said this will bring everything together.
I wouldn't even be surprised if Snoke was a Palpatine clone.
Gone wrong.
Because he didn't have a...
Or maybe he was the original.
Yeah.
And now he had to bring back a clone when
He just let himself get killed because
Yeah.
that body was useless, maybe. Or,
Yeah. Interesting.
I mean, he's definitely a smart villain. Like he pulled strings throughout the entire original trilogy to set everything up. So he's not just your maniacal, laughing goofball.
Right.
and if he was true and had gained so much power that he could control control life and death, he would obviously have far-reaching vision as well. And he's been pulling strings and orchestrating this from the beginning.
Okay. So, do you think he dies at the end of this? This is the end of
That
him?
version of him might die.
Some version of him, I hope they do figure out how to completely wipe him away. But
Maybe they find, like, where all his clones are stored or something like that and destroy all of them.
I have a feeling that's C-3PO, his scene in the trailer. I have a feeling like there's some part in him that is going to be used to, like, destroy something evil.
Yeah.
And that's why he's plugged into that machine or whatever, and that's how he's going to get off.
He's saying goodbye.
Yeah.
Because he's going to die.
Yeah, they need his parts for something, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Well, Vader did build him.
Yeah. And I think even maybe Vader, like, his influence, like, I think that was his throne. I'm not sure, though. Yeah. Maybe Kylo goes to to speak to his grandfather or whatever.
You're supposed to see the Knights of Ren in this, right?
Yeah, the Knights of Ren are supposed to be featured in this. There is a
I wish they had another Jedi in there with Rey in this, though. Someone they could...
I think it's going to be Kylo.
You think you're still thinking the redemption story?
I think he's going to turn whenever he goes to see Vader, and he's going to realize that Vader really wasn't bad. He was just manipulated. And so I think that's when he's going to turn because he worships him. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like that's his.
And then
idol.
her and Rey and Ben are going to fight.
Yeah,
the Knights of Ren together, and then Palpatine.
Yeah, because I think this came from JJ that Kylo's helmet was influenced by the Knights of Ren, not the other way around.
Yeah.
So that he, but he's somehow their leader. So, I don't know, maybe he was just the strongest and took the leadership.
Yeah, well, they showed that quick scene in Force Awakens, remember, where he's, like, standing there in the rain.
Yeah.
With, like, 5 of them or whatever.
Uh-huh. They've never seen him without his helmet, apparently.
Yes, and I don't know that we're going to see any of them. Mm-hmm. Because he said, one thing he did say, absolutely, I'm not even going to reveal species of the Knights before the movie. So.
I hope one's a Rhodian.
What's that?
Greedo.
Oh, okay.
Greedo's the best.
One of them should have dreadlocks and look like, what's his
Kit
name?
Fisto?
Kit Fisto. I always like Kit Fisto. With all the hair, the dreadlocks. Him and Plo Koon. All right. So that's it. Let's do one final prediction. Ben Solo, dead or redemption?
Redemption.
Dead or redemption?
Dead.
Kind of leaning towards redemption now. Brock kind of won me over to his side.
He did, but I don't want it. I don't want him redeemed.
I'm kind of going.
And it would make sense because it would line up with Vader being redeemed.
Yeah.
God damn it, Brock.
Well, there you go. God damn it, Brock. All right, Brock, take us out.
All right, thanks for listening. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Leave a comment and tell us what you think is going to happen in this movie. And have a great night.
Later.